Hi folks, Pat here. We've been getting a lot of comments and inquiries about our view from our sitting room or living room. Hopefully as the year progresses we might be able to do a few of these live streaming concerts outside our front. This is our living room window, so I'm going to close the curtains and we'll lock ourselves in for a bit. That's some of my daughter's murals on the patio door. So that's our beautiful view. When I was a boy, I used to pick spuds, pick stones up here, make hay with my father, and it was always my dream to build a house up here, and that I did. One of the very few dreams that came true. Closing it now again. Kathleen, you might plug it back in there again. I'll hold it if you want. Alright?
Yep.
You're back in action?
Yep, back in action. Just might close the curtain behind you because that'll clear later on.
Tell me. How's it looking now? Is it good we're going to get it?
I've your back view, that's all I have.
My backside. Good evening folks. Am I in the picture?
You're in the picture.
Good evening folks. Hope you've all been keeping well since I saw you last week. And a lot of requests this evening, and that's great. People request songs. That's what I do all my life, is play music to and for people, and without an audience a singer is no good. First one's from my sister Anne, her husband Johnny, and Jacko, Gavin and Fiona. It's a Tommy Makem song I recorded 12 years ago, I think, on an album. A lovely song with my Tommy Makem called Winds of Morning. I walked the hills when rain was falling, rested by a white oak tree, heard the lark sing high at evening, caught the moonbeam on the sea, softly blow ye winds of morning, singy winds, your mournful sounds, blow you from the earth's four corners, guide us traveller where is bound. I've helped the ploughman tend his horses, heard the rippling river sing, talked to stars when night was falling, seen a primrose welcome spring, softly blow the winds of morning, singy winds, your mournful sounds, blow you from the earth's four corners, guide us traveller where is bound. By foreign shores my feet have wandered, heard a stranger call me friend. Every time my mind was troubled, found a smile around the bend, softly blow ye winds of morning, singy winds, your mournful sounds, blow you from the earth's four corners, guide us traveller where is bound. There's a ship stands in the harbour, all prepared to cross the foam. Far off hills are fair and friendly, but there's fairer hills at home. Softly blow the winds of morning, singy winds, your mournful sounds, blow you from the earth's four corners, guide us traveller The earth's four corners guide us traveller where is bound. Guide us traveller where is bound. And we're off, folks. Thank you so much. Well, in the United States, tomorrow is Mother's Day. It falls on different dates in different countries. So we wish all our friends that are mothers in the United States, and every mother, of course, a very happy Mother's Day tomorrow. And my own mother passed in 2007, and I sang a song for the first time at her funeral. I don't want to get too morbid, but it was a song she used to sing as her party piece, and it's about a son leaving her mother in Ireland, and it's called A Mother's Love's a Blessing. It's one of those great songs, and it was her song when she passed, and I sang it at her funeral. I sing it on rare occasions, but this is a nice rare occasion this evening. And we should all, I suppose, respect our mothers, and Kathleen is the mother of my children, or our children, and it just passes down through generations, and mothers are very special to children, as are fathers, but the motherly instinct is hard to beat, let me tell you. And they've got that spoiling gene in them. Would you agree, Kathleen?
I don't
Spoil
know.
them rotten. And how bad is that?
Probably do.
As an Irish boy was leaving his own native home, crossing the broad Atlantic, once more he wished to roam. And as he was leaving his mother, while standing on the quay, he threw his arms around her waist, and these are the words he did say all together. A mother's love's a blessing, no matter where you roam. Keep her while she's living, or you'll miss her when she's gone. Love her as in childhood, though feeble, old and grey, for you'll never miss your mother's love till she's buried beneath the bay. And as the years go onward, you settle down in life, find a nice young colleen and take her for your wife. And as the kids grow older, they'll play around your knee, and I'll teach them the very same lesson that my mother, she taught to me. All together. A mother's love's a blessing, no matter where you roam. Keep her while she's living, or you'll miss her when she's gone. Love her as in childhood, though feeble, old and grey, for you'll never miss your mother's love till she's buried beneath the clay. You'll never miss your mother's love till she's buried beneath the clay. Thank you, folks. As I mentioned, that was my mom's party piece. Anytime she got a request to sing, that was one of her party songs, one of her two party songs. I might do her other party song next week. I'll surprise you. Keep it a secret until next week. Anyway, the internet, I think, during this COVID-19 has been probably a godsend because it keeps us from being totally isolated for sure, and keeps us musicians, gives us a platform to perform, keep our voice and our playing in order. And thank you for, again, tuning in. I appreciate it, or we appreciate it. Kathleen has become the co-host of this. I saw a co-host option on the streaming thing, so because it's a team effort, as you can see, and hopefully it's working nice and smoothly. And simplicity is the key. Get some musicians asking me what kind of, microphone do I use, what kind of camera do I use. It's a Samsung S10 on a €2 tripod. And that's it. And I suppose being a solo performer, it's a little easier when you've got more than one playing. Trying to balance the sound, I've just got a guitar and my voice and banjo. But for those of you musicians who are inquiring, that's what I'm using, a Samsung S10 smartphone. Got a request for some seafaring songs from fishermen in Nova Scotia, and this is especially for you, Robert Jesson. I hope I pronounced your name right, and I sing a couple of songs for you. I did an entire album of sea songs, which is available from my website for anyone to buy at any stage. It's a sea songs album. I did back in 2004, I think. But this song is on it, and this guy comes from Nova Scotia, so this song is called Farewell to Nova Scotia. I hope you like it. The sun was setting in the west, and the birds they sang on every tree. All ages seemed inclined for to rest, but alas, there was no rest for me. Farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast, that your mountains dark and dreary be. Oh, when I am far away o'er the briny ocean tossed, would you ever leave a sigh or a wish for me? Well, I grieve to leave my native home, and I grieve to leave my comrades all, and my dear old aged parents I love so much, and the bonny lassie that I do adore. Farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast, that your mountains dark and dreary be. Oh, when I am far away o'er the briny ocean tossed, would you ever leave a sigh or a wish for me? Well, the drums do beat and the wars do alarm, and the captain calls, you must obey. So farewell, farewell to my Nova Scotian home, for it's early in the morning and I must away. Farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast, that your mountains dark and dreary be. Oh, when I am far away o'er the briny ocean tossed, would you ever leave a sigh or a wish for me? Well, I have 3 brothers, now they are at rest, their hands are folded across their breast. But the dear old simple sailor, just like me, must be tossed and left in the deep blue sea. Farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast, that your mountains dark and dreary be. Oh, when I am far away o'er the briny ocean tossed, would you ever leave a sigh or a wish for me? Farewell to Nova Scotia, the sea-bound coast, that your mountains dark and dreary be. Oh, when I am far away o'er the briny ocean tossed, would you ever leave a sigh or a wish for me? Would you ever leave a sigh or a wish for me? Would you ever leave a sigh or a wish for me? thank you, folks. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed that. Like this lantern. I feel it's a bit close to my guitar. Oh. A bit of an adjustment. Seafaring songs, of course, were very popular when there was no radios or internet, and sometimes musicians, some of the sailors were musicians and singers, and of course in the old sailing tall ships things used to get tough and rough, and sea songs were often used to kind of calm the thing down, and they were also used for working in rhythm and stuff like that, and many great sea songs out there, but this one is one of my favourite shanties of all time. It's called Leave for Johnny. Oh, I thought I heard the old man say, leave her, Johnny, leave her. It's a long, hard pull to the next payday, and it's time for us to leave her, Johnny. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, the winds don't blow, and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Oh, pull your lubbers or you'll get no pay. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, pull ye lubbers and then be gay, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, the winds don't blow, and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Oh, the was bad and the bait was worse. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. We blow you down with spite and the curse, and it's time for us to leave her blank. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, leave her, Johnny, leave her. Oh, do, and the winds don't blow, and it's time for us to leave her. Motor practice. That one. As you looked it up, Kathleen, there was someone
Next
requested
time.
it. Anyway, that's what live streaming does. It exposes you with your clothes on. Thank you. Here's another seafaring song, which was written by Phil Coulter, and it was recorded by many, but Ronnie Jews is one of my favourite versions, and it's all about a guy who lost all his friends fishing at sea, and he survived to tell the tale himself. He travelled around the Donegal area in particular, and told his story to any folks he met, and he swore he'd never sail the seas again because he lost all his friends. So we remember those people, especially in the bad weather, those fishermen that put their lives at risk. And it's a beautiful song called Donegal Danny, and this one was requested by Jimmy Farrell, from a great folk singer and songwriter, musician himself. He's got a live streaming show every Friday, is it, Kathleen?
I think so.
Or Thursday. Was he on last night, was he? Anyway, you look him up, Jimmy Farrell, singer-songwriter from Bethlehem area of Pennsylvania, and we saw him over there a few times, and hope everything's going well for you, Jimmy, and all your family. This one's called Donegal Danny. I remember the night that he came in from the wintry cold and the damp. a joint of a man in an oilskin coat, and a bundle that told he was a tramp. He stood at the bar and called a pint, then he turned and gazed at the fire. On a night like this, to be safe and dry is my one and only desire. So here's to those that are dead and gone, to the friends that I love dear. Here's to you, and I'll bid you adieu. St. Donegal Danny's been here, me boys. Donegal Danny's been here. And then the voice that was hushed and low, he said, listen, I'll tell you a tale. How a man of the sea became a man of the roads, and evermore will set sail. I fished out of boats and killie bags, Glass and Baltimore, but the cruel sea has beaten me, and I lend my days on the shore. Here's to those that are dead and gone, to the friends that I love dear. Here's to you, and I'll bid you adieu. St. Donegal Danny's been here, me boys. Donegal Danny's been here. One fateful night in the wind and the rain, we set sail from Kelleher town. There was 5 of us from sweet Donegal, and 1 from County Down. We were fishermen who worked the sea, and never counted the cost. But we never thought, ere that night was done, that my fine friends would all be lost. Here's to those that are dead and gone, the friends that I love dear. Here's to you, and I'll bid you adieu. St. Donegal Danny's been here, me boys. Donegal Danny's been here. Storm it broke and drove the boat through the rocks about 10 miles from the shore. As we fought the tide, we all hoped and sighed to see our homes once more. She struck a rock and told a bow, and all of us knew that she'd go down. So we jumped right into the icy sea, and prayed to God we wouldn't drown. By St. John's Point in the early morn, I dragged myself on the shore, and I cursed the sea for what she had done, and I vowed I'd sail her nevermore. So here's to those that are dead and gone, to the friends that I love dear. Here's to you, and I'll bid you adieu. St. Donegal Danny's been here, me boys. Donegal Danny's been here. But ever since that night I've been on the road, traveling and trying to forget that awful night I lost all my friends. I see their faces yet, and often at night when the sea is high, the wind is tearing at my skin, I hear the cries of drowning men floating over on the wind. the friends that I love dear. Here's to you, and I'll bid you adieu. Sing Donegal Danny's been here, me boys. Donegal Danny's been here. So here's to those that are dead and gone, to the friends that I love dear. Here's to you, and I'll bid you adieu. Sing Donegal Danny's been here, me boys. Donegal Danny's been here. That's for Jimmy. Hope you enjoyed that, Jimmy. Great song. It's one of those songs you have to sing the whole song. You can't be leaving verses out, or I think I might have left a couple of lines out, but I normally leave those 2 lines out to kind of shorten the song. Thank you, folks. Next one is a request for a couple that are married 18 years. We met these folks for the first time. Was it 2018, Kathleen, was it?
Gail and...
No, Brant and Jill Truman from Florida.
Yeah.
2018, we actually were on the ship from Iceland right now. And we met this lovely couple from Florida, and we've kept friends ever since, and we're hoping to meet them when we go to the States, or if they come on a similar cruise again. As a matter of fact, myself and Kathleen should be on a cruise in the Mediterranean, not should be, would have been on a cruise in the Mediterranean right now, doing a music cruise as well, singing on it, and obviously it's got postponed or cancelled, I suppose, and we're destined to go on the Greek islands one next year around this time as well, so God willing, but it's not the end of the world. We're safe, we're healthy, and that's what makes that's the most important thing. This one is for Jill and Brant, and a happy anniversary to both of you. And this song is aptly called The Voyage, and I might have sang this one some of the nights when you were on board. The Celebrity Eclipse was the name of the boat, and I can remember it well. And this song is written by Johnny Doohan, and Johnny is one of the great contemporary singer-songwriters of our generation, and Johnny's been doing some live streams on the themes of his music through the years in his book. And Johnny is one of the great, as I say, providers of songs to people like Christy Moore made this one famous, and obviously I've heard it from Christy first, and I got to know Johnny Doohan's music through Christy. Went to see Johnny a few times live. Have his book and a couple of albums signed by his hand. And so this one's called The Voyage. This has become a very popular and a meaningful song, of course, for lots of different reasons. And we dedicate it to Jill, Brant. Here's to the next million years of happiness and love, and in your marriage. And hope to see you some side of the Atlantic in the near future. Thanks for looking in. I am a sailor, you're my first mate. We signed on together, we coupled our fate. Pulled up our anchor, determined not to fail. For the heart's treasure, together set sail. With no maps to guide us, we steered our own course. Rode out the storms when the winds were gale force. We sat out the doldrums in patience and hope, as working together they learned how to cope. Life is an ocean, love is a boat. In troubled waters, it keeps us afloat. When we started a voyage, it was just me and you. So now, gathered round us, we have our own crew. together weaving this relationship. Built it with care for to last the whole trip. Through destinations not marked in any charts, 'cause we're navigating to the shores of the heart. You know, life is an ocean, love is a boat in troubled waters. It keeps us afloat. When we started the voyage, it was just me and you. So now, gathered round us, we have our own crew. Life is an ocean, and love is a boat in troubled waters. It keeps us afloat. When we started the voyage, it was just me and you. Now, gathered round us, we have our own crew. Now, gathered round us, we have our own crew. Especially for you, Jill and Brant. Hope you had a great day so far. It's still early in America, I would think. It's only 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So have one on us or for us and raise a glass, and we'll raise one once we go off air. Just mention Christy Moore. He turned 75 this week. Christy Moore, one of our great folk heroes, a national treasure. So I play almost entirely solo since 1987. He's been one of my great heroes and inspirations, because he for the most part he plays solo as well, and he's picked out some wonderful songs, and people like myself coming after him, we picked up on those songs and keep the torch lit, as I say. And thanks, Christy Moore, for all your music. Happy birthday, sir, and here's to many more years of health, happiness and longevity. And thanks for all your music through the years, appreciate it. Some banjo next, a couple of banjo songs, well, a tune and a song. I normally do the second song with my guitar, but I'm going to try it in banjo tonight because I did a version on YouTube and a few people have come back to me with positive comments, so I'll do a song with the banjo, because it's only getting a look in for two tunes or songs tonight. Next one is an Irish tune I arranged for the 5-string banjo. I play mostly clawhammer in tunes, 5-string banjo. I arranged a 5-part version of the Mason's Apron and put it on YouTube like I do with some of my stuff, and thought no more of it. And there was a guy from Vermont picked up on it, a clawhammer player. He said, can you write tablature, send me the tablature of that tune? And of course I play a lot by ear, so I had to take the tune apart and so forth. And eventually I got it documented, sent it off to him, and he said, do you come to the United States much? And I said, yeah, nearly every year. He said, would you like to stay in our luxury cottage in Vermont? And there's a floating bridge up there, and beautiful part of the world. And I said, of course, yeah, we would love to. And he said, yeah, it's all yours for a week, because he wanted to pay me for the tablature, and I wasn't having any of it. So we spent a week up in Vermont, most of a week with our friends Joan O'Reilly and Neil, and it was far from a cottage, let me tell you. It was like a mini mansion, but that's about the only returns I got from my YouTube videos, but you know, it's a memorable one.
Oh, for sure.
Beautiful place. Next thing now is Can I Remember It All? And this one was requested by Alan Jones in England. And Alan, hope you're looking in and listening. And Alan, I usually meet Alan every year in Huddersfield in West Yorkshire. A great musician himself, and he plays tenor banjo and fiddle, to my knowledge, some guitar, and maybe mandolin as well. make you sweat a bit. You okay?
Yeah. Carmel Smith wants to shout out to her nephew Lee Mead, 21st birthday tomorrow.
Liam Mead, 21st birthday tomorrow. That's Carmel
From his
Smith's
auntie
nephew.
Carmel Smith.
Auntie Carmel. Carmel is a great supporter of music and a good friend. Liam Mead.
Yeah.
21, is it?
Tomorrow.
As I mentioned, I like arranging different kind of tunes and banjo tunes and for the clawhammer style, and also songs. I did a version of this one, and I was picked up by an old-time radio program in Pennsylvania a few weeks ago. I just posted it on social media, and it's a song I normally do with guitar, and it's written by the great Canadian Gordon Lightfoot, called Early Morning Rain. I dedicate this to my daughter Emma and Kevin as well. I'll give it a go so you can see that I remember. Start again. I'll say it. Have it. In the early morning rain, with a dollar in my hand, with a beacon in my heart, and my pockets full of sand. I'm a long way from home, and I miss my loved ones so. In the early morning rain, with no place to go, on Monday number 9, big 707 said to go, but I'm stuck here in the grass, where the cold winds blow. Tasted good, and women all were fast. Well, there she goes, my friend. Well, she's rolling down the Hear those mighty engines roar, see the silver wing on high. She's away in westward bound, high above the clouds she will fly, where the morning rain don't fall, and the sun always shines. She'd be flying over my home in about 3 hours' time. This old airport's got me down. It's no worthy good to me. I'm stuck here on the ground, cold and drunk as I can be. You can jump a jet plane, I can can a freight train, so I'd best be on my way. and senile.
It sure is.
Hmm?
It sure is.
That was Liam Mead so, as well. Thank you. Happy birthday, Liam. From your Auntie Carmel. Okay, well, with all the social distancing and stuff today, we were invited by my nephew. He was doing a barbecue today, so he invited us to come along to collect our burgers and our sausages and everything from a distance, as I say. So thank you, John, for all your beautiful cooking today, and Fiona as well, and also to Anne and Johnny for letting him do it. He's known to us better as Jacko, and great guy, and they're top class, absolutely fantastic. Thanks, John. I'm still trying to digest them. I'm struggling to sing, you know why. I can blame you, Jacko. Here's a song that Jacko brought to our ears many years ago before Nathan Carter got his hands on it, and so dedicate this to Jacko and also to his sister-in-law Gillian, whose birthday was it during the week, Kathleen, was it?
I think it's during the week, yeah.
So Gillian, happy birthday to you from us here and from your family. It's been requested. From Man and Johnny, Gavin, Jacko, Fiona, Marie, Niall, and all the family. Too numerous to mention. I hope you had a great birthday, and happy birthday to you, Gillian. Headed down south to the land of the pine, and took my way into North Carolina, staring up the road, pray to God I see headlight. I made it down the coast in 17 hours, picking me a bouquet of dogwood flowers. I'm hoping for Raleigh, I can see my baby tonight. Oh yeah. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. So rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Running from the cold up to New England, I was born to be a fiddler in an old-time string band. A baby plays the guitar, I picked the banjo now. These north country winters keep getting me down. Lost my money playing poker, so I had to up and leave. But I ain't turning back, living that old life no more. Dance around, come on. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. So rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. Walking to the south, out of Roanoke, I met the trucker out of Philly, had a nice long tow. East headed west to the Cumberland Gap, to Johnson City, Tennessee. And I gotta get a move on before the sun. Hear my baby calling money, and I know that she's the only one. If I die in Raleigh, at least I will die free. Come on. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama, any way you feel. Hey, mama, rock me. So rock me, mama, like the wind and the rain. Rock me, mama, like a southbound train. Hey, mama, rock me. So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. me mama like sap and train. Hey, mama rock me. I said, hey, mama rock me. I said, hey, mama rock me. Thank you, Jacko, and all the folks back there. Thank you so much. Okay, I'm doing a song for our friends in the UK, this time in Rugby, near Coventry. Sheila and Sam. Sheila and Sam have a great, beautiful bed and breakfast just outside at the Kilgarvan side of Kenmare, and we've been friends for many years, and they usually come into my gigs on Sunday nights when Foley's is going on in the summer season. Unfortunately it's not, and we miss Kenmare, miss Foley's, and a shout out to Patrick, Marion, all their children, Peg, all our friends in Kenmare, surrounding areas, and it's been a great place for me to meet people, especially from outside of Kenmare as well. It's a big tourist spot, of course, beautiful town, and we've made many friends from all over the world there. France, Switzerland, Belgium, Holland, United States, Canada, England, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland, of course. Well, next song, we've visited Sheila and Sam over there in Rugby a few times. They're very hospitable to us and very kind, and usually when I go there, I wrote a song in their house called the Last Island Man, and I learned this song in their house. It's been one of the ones I've been toying around with for years, and I think I came up with a reasonable rendition, and people seem to like it, and I dedicate it to Sheila and Sam, because I know they like it as well. Who else likes it, Kathleen? Someone else can think of it.
John Cooney.
John Cooney. And it's for all you Elvis fans out there. It's kind of a sad song with a kind of a twist in it, and it took me a while to kind of come to terms to this. You know, it seems like a funny kind of a song, and but when you listen to the lyrics, written by Richard Thompson, one of the great singer-songwriters of our time. It's called From Galway to Graceland to Be with the King. There's no chorus on it, so I took it upon myself to repeat the last line twice. Or repeat it once, sorry. Sing it twice. Let's get it right here. Repeat it once. And so it's sang twice. From Galway to Graceland to Be with the King. It's as simple as that. So let's see you sing this one at home. There's no one going to see you, folks. She dressed in the dark, and she whispered amen. She was pretty in pink, like a young girl again. 20 years married, but she never thought twice. She sneaked out the door, walked into the night. Silver wings carried her over the sea, from the west coast of Ireland to West Tennessee, to be with her sweetheart. She'd left everything, from Galway to Graceland to be with the King. And again, from Galway to Graceland to be with the King. She was humming Suspicion. It's the song she liked best. She had Elvis, I love you tattooed on her breast. When they landed in Memphis, but her heart beat so fast. She had dreamed for so long, now she'd see him at last. She was down by his graveside day after day. Come closing time, they would pull her away to be with her sweetheart. She'd left everything, from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king again. From Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. They came in their thousands from the whole human race to pay their respects at his last resting place. Ah, but blindly she knelt there, and she told him her dreams, and she thought that he answered, and that's how it seemed. They dragged her away, it was handcuffs this time. She said, my good man, are you out of your mind? Don't you know that we're married? See, I'm wearing his ring. From Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. From Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. I've come from Galway to Graceland, to be with the king. Sheila and Sam, that was especially for you. Thank you so much. Hope you're enjoying it, folks. Thank you for supporting live raw music, warts and all, as they say. And dedicate the next song to Jean Watson, whose birthday was, what was it, yesterday, Kathleen, was it? It's around now anyway.
Yeah, it was yesterday. Yeah.
It's from Pamela, his wife, and all his friends and family. And they're good friends of ours at this stage. Anytime we go to North Carolina, they come to at least one of my gigs over there. And did we meet in Kilmare, Kathleen, first, or not sure? It was in North Carolina.
I think it was North Carolina. Yeah, it was.
They live in Charlotte, North Carolina, and we've a plethora of friends over there now. It's too numerous to mention. It's such a beautiful state and beautiful people down there in North Carolina and surrounding states. And I meant to mention Vicky as well out there in Tennessee, and we went to see her herself and her husband, who's since deceased, John. We had a great time, and we with the Wagon Wheel, Johnson City, Tennessee is mentioned, and we got to eat steak in Johnson City, Tennessee, and it was a beautiful smokehouse steak. Thank you, Vicky and John. This is a song I learned from a Cork group called the Lee Valley String Band, Mick Daly and his buddies, and a lovely song called Carolina Star. And this is my version, a slightly slower version, and it's all about a country singer who is heading to Nashville to make it big, like hundreds of more. And his wife is at home looking after the house, doing all the work and looking after the children. He dreams of being a country singing star, but it's a beautiful song called the Carolina Star. the hills, those slow rolling hills, where North Carolina comes close to the stars, is living the lady shining so high. They call her the Carolina Star. She works in the factory from Monday to Friday, raising 3 daughters alone. Their daddy's away, chasing the dream. She's living for the day when he comes home. Oh, Carolina, even the stars get lonesome now and then. Oh, Carolina, don't you worry, he's coming home again. He's singing these songs in Nashville, working for tips in the bar. He's broken all alone, he dreams of going home. He's going to be a country singing star. Oh, Carolina, even stars get lonesome now and then. Oh, Carolina, don't you worry, he's coming home again. Sometimes she wakes up thinking of him. She remembers him beside her in the night. And out across the field the moon is setting, and those Carolina stars are shining bright. Oh, Carolina, even the stars get lonesome now and then. Oh, Carolina, don't you worry, he's coming home again. Oh, Carolina, even the stars get lonesome now and then. Oh, Carolina, don't you worry, he's coming home again. Yes, he loves you, and he's coming home again. Thank you very much. That's especially for Jean and Pamela over there in Charlotte, North Carolina, and all our friends, North Carolina, Tennessee, and surrounding states. And I got sad news that one of our friends in Virginia passed away during the week. Richard White, not a good friend of ours, and he used to always organise a concert in Virginia for me when I went over, and a very regular visitor to Ireland, and nearly always stopped into Kenmare. And so our thoughts are with his family and friends this time. Wonderful man, and her name is Pam as well. Kathleen, am I right in saying so?
Yeah.
His wife is Pam as well, so
That's right.
We pass on our condolences to you, and hopefully we get to meet Pam sooner rather than later. And my daughter Lorna finished her college, her 5 years of college, yesterday through the internet. She obviously couldn't be in college physically, and so we wish her the very best with her results. And Ricky's almost finished his 2nd year in his course as well, and so wish them both the very best. And so a lot of pressure, especially the final year for Lorna. So well done, Lorna, for your hard work, and also to Ricky. And going to send this one out to some friends in Dublin. Liz Armstrong, thanks for your continued support. And this one's a shout out to Anne, Deirdre, Valerie, and Edward, who are normally tune in and enjoy the show from Dublin. Dublin are close friends of us. We're always vying for the capital, but they seem to win all the time. We say Cork is the real capital, but we kind of never get away with it. So we've got to keep them in our friendships. And this next song is a song I learned from the singing of Bagatelle, and it's called Summer in Dublin. And today was the warmest day in Ireland this year. I think it was 22 or 3 degrees at least. So hi folks up there in Dublin. Anyone else from Dublin, this is for you as well. It's called Summer in Dublin, and it reminds me of my youth for sure. I think it was hit in 1980. Liam Riley, Bagatelle. Great song. Take me away from the city, lead me to where I can be on my own. I wanted to see you, and now that I have, I just want to be left alone. Oh, I always remember your kind words, and I still remember your name. But I see me changing and turning, and I know things just won't be the same. I remember that summer in Dublin, and the Liffey as a stank like hell, and the young people walking on Grafton Street, everyone looking so well. I was singing a song I heard somewhere, well, rock and roll never forgets, when my humming was smothered by a 46A, scream of a low-flying jet. So I jumped on a bus to the Leary, stopping off to pick up my guitar, when the drunk on the bus told me how to get rich. I was glad we weren't going too far. I'm leaving on Wednesday morning, trying to find a place where I can hear the wind and the birds and the sea on the rocks, and where open roads always are near. But sometimes I tire of the quiet, and I want to walk back up that hill. I just get on the road and I stick out my thumb, 'cause I know for sure you'll be there still. I remember that summer in Dublin, Liffey as a stank like hell, and the young people walking on Grafton Street, everyone looking so well. I was singing a song I heard somewhere, while rock and roll never forgets, when my hum was smothered by a 46A, scream of a low-flying jet. So I jumped on a bus to the Leary, stopping up to pick up my guitar, when the drunk on the bus told me how to get rich. I was glad we weren't going too far. Oh, I remember that summer in Dublin. I remember that summer in Dublin. I remember that summer in Dublin. for all you Dublin folks. If you enjoyed that one, thank you so much. Okay. How are we doing on time, Kathleen? Not too bad.
Yeah. 20,
I think we're running around right. Just shout out to my brother Tim, my brother Dennis, and his wife Catherine, and all the family. Also to Joan, Andrew, and Dennis, and Amy, Samantha. This was called the Galway Races, folks, so you can get up around the kitchen or the dining room or the living room and dance, strut your stuff. Carmel, lead the fray for the other lady to get your hair down. This is a great old song called the Galway Races, and this event takes place annually with the last over 100 years, and probably won't this year unfortunately, but lots of goings on there, from horse racing to bets to politicians and brown envelopes, all that kind of stuff, and bankers and all that kind of stuff, doing deals on the race course. This is a very old song called Galway Races. With me whack, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. Me whack, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. That's the line you got to learn. Get on your horses. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. Try it. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. As I rode out to Galway town to seek for recreation, the 17th of August, me mind being elevated, there were multitudes assembled with their tickets on the station. My eyes began to dazzle. They go to see the races. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. Try it. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. There were passengers from Mara, passengers from Nina, the boys of Connemara, the Clare and Barrington maidens, people from Cork City who were loyal, true and faithful, all home the Fenian prisoners from dying in foreign nations. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. Try it. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. Just there you see the pipers, the fiddlers beating, and nimble-footed dancers tripping through the daisies. Others crying cigars and lights and bills for all the races. The colours on the jockeys, the price of horses' ages. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. There you see confectioners, sugar sticks and dainties, dosages and oranges, lemonades and raisins, gingerbread and spices to accommodate the ladies, a big ruby for tuppence to be given while you're able. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. Just there you see the jockeys mounted on so stately, the pink, the blue, the orange, the green, the emblem of our nation. When the bell was rung for starting, all the horses seemed impatient. I thought they never stood on ground, the speed was so amazing. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. There was 500,000 people there of all denominations, Catholic, the Protestant, the Jew and Presbyterian. There was yet no animosity, no matter what persuasion, but fault and hospitality, inducing fresh acquaintance. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. With me back, fall the dough, fall the diddly idle day. I'll have to take a drink after that for sure. And thank you folks for your support, and a big hello to everyone out there. And Next song we dedicate to the memory of Kitty Murphy, across the road from us, and she died aged 92 early yesterday morning, and had a very fulfilling life, and she was a very kind lady, and I know from our own personal family's point of view, she always gave us gifts. My generation and generation after, and the generation after that, she was just so kind and generous. And our sons were telling me, and their wives were telling me last week show that we did from here, she was looking at it on the phone and singing along with me and with G last week, and she's no longer with us, but in fantastic memories. And her funeral was today, and you kind of get the feeling that, you know, this is springtime, the leaves are beautiful and green. She gave us 2 beautiful days to send her off, not a cloud in the sky, and so we miss her dearly, and she's one of the last people of that generation that, you know, living around our area, and so we have a legacy to carry on. And also to her husband's nephew, Aquin Casey, who's been looking in most weeks, I think. Aquin, hi Aquin, and he's Father Aquin Casey, and he presided the service for the funeral today, with only a few in attendance, of course, with this COVID-19. But we remember Kate very positively, and she did a lot of wonderful work as a nurse, of course, and as we're thinking of nurses and doctors, frontline people, too numerous to mention, but we thank you for all your services during this uncertain time, and some people have actually lost their lives in the front line, and I know Kate was a very dedicated nurse, and she would have done the same thing if she was younger, or if this had happened in her time. So we miss you, Kate, and we'll sing together Will You Go Lassie Go, welcoming the summertime and hope and so forth. But she had a fulfilling life at age 92, but as I say, the longer people live, sometimes the longer they're with you. So our condolences to Pater Eamon, Kathleen, Margot, and all the family and children and grandchildren, cousins, relations, friends. Oh, the summertime is coming, and the trees are sweetly blooming, and the wild mountain thyme grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie? We'll all go together, and we'll all go together to pluck a wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie? I will build my love a bower near yon pure crystal fountain, and on it I will pile all the flowers on the mountain. Will you go, lassie? We'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie? Go. If my true love I would surely find another where wild mountain time grows around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? And we'll all go together to pluck wild mountain thyme all around the blooming heather. Will you go, lassie, go? Will you go, lassie, go? Farewell, Kate. Thank you for everything. Actually gonna show you something that Kate did, and we've got it here. I showed you at the beginning of the show. I showed you the view from our house. Here's a painting she did in her retirement. Just thought about it, Kathleen. Just get it off the wall
I
here.
hope there's no cobwebs in it.
It's okay. So you tell me which. So Kate painted this painting, folks, of our view from our house. Tell me how close can I come, Kathleen?
You can come closer.
Am I in central?
Yeah, you are. Yeah, no, perfect there now. Yeah.
So thank you, Kate. She took up artistry and or painting in her retirement. That's one of her paintings. I think we got a second one in the house somewhere.
We've about three, four of them,
maybe.
I'm sure, yeah.
So thanks, Kate, for that. It'll be held in high esteem here, and so there's always something being left behind by lovely people. And it's nearly time for me to go, folks. I know I'm out of the camera, but it's nearly time for me to go. And I hope you enjoyed this evening's show, and try to vary it as much as I can. I have a lot of songs, but a lot of requests as well in my repertoire.
There's two more for next week. You wouldn't have time tonight.
Once.
Kristen, Alan, Patty, Black Velvet Band,
Yeah.
and Nagaro Cronin from Killarney, Home from the Sea.
Okay.
So maybe.
We'll do them, I suppose, Kathleen. Are you willing to stay another 10 minutes, folks? If you're asking for them, I'm going to do them. Because they're songs I actually know very well, so I was going to do God's Counting on Me, but God's Counting on You, but I can still do it at the end. If you feel like tuning out at any stage, folks, I hope I'm not keeping you too long. But so the first one you said, Kathleen, was Black Velvet Band for?
Christina, Alan, Patty.
Oh yeah, Kristen, Alan, Patty.
Yeah.
And all their friends, and thanks for looking in from the United States. I think Chris, they live in Massachusetts, do they?
I think they do.
Get on your waltzing shoes.
And Bets.
And Bets Allen, of course, her sister. In a neat little town they call Belfast, apprentice to trade I was bound, and many the hours sweet happiness have I spent in that neat little town, till the sad misfortune came over me. It caused me to stray from the land, far away from my friends and relations, to follow the Black Velvet Band. Everybody sing. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds, I thought her the queen of the band, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Well, I took a stroll down Broadway, meaning not long for to stay, when who should I meet with this pretty fair maid come a-traipsing along the highway. But she was both fair and handsome, her neck it was just like a swan, and her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Everybody sing. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. I took a stroll with this pretty fair maid, and a gentleman passing us by. I knew that she meant the doing of him by the look in her roguish black eye. Then go what she took from his pocket, and she placed it right into my hand. The very next thing that I said was, "Bad cess to the black velvet band." Here we go again. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Before the judge and the jury, next morning they had to appear. Well, the judge, he says to me, "Young man, your case it is proven clear. We'll give you 7 years penal servitude to be spent far away from the land, far away from your friends and relations, betrayed by the black velvet band." Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. So come all you jolly young fellows, and a warning take by me. When you are out on the town, me boys, beware of them pretty cummings. For they'll feed you with strong drink, oh yeah, until you're unable to stand. And the very next thing that you'll know is you've landed in Bandyman's land. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Her eyes, they shone like diamonds. I thought her the queen of the land. And her hair hung over her shoulders, tied up with a black velvet band. Hope you enjoyed that, folks. Chris and Ellen, Patty, and also Bets Allen, and all you folks. What was the other one, Kathleen?
Home from the Sea, Garrod Cronin. Well, I think he does it in Irish, but
He does a song in Irish?
no,
Oh yeah,
he's
Garrod.
not in Irish, Garrod Cronin.
Yeah. This song is written by Phil Coulter once again, and it's a song I love singing, and recorded this on my Sea Songs album, and it's a song supporting all the people out there in the lifeboats, RNLI and Coast Guard, and it's called Home from the Sea, and lovely song, great song with, and there's loads of people singing the chorus in particular, and might be a bit rockish in here, and I'll drop it down another half a tone. On a cold winter's night, the storm at its height, the lifeboat answered the call. They pitched and they tossed till they thought we were lost, as we watched by the harbour wall. The night was pitch black, there was no turning back, someone was waiting out there. And each volunteer had to live with his fear as they joined in a silent prayer. Carry us home, home, home from the sea. Angels of mercy, answer our plea. As they battled their way past the mouth of the bay, it was blowing like never before. As they gallantly fought, every one of them thought of loved ones back on the shore. Then a flicker of lights, and they knew they were right. There she was on the crest of a wave. She's an old fishing boat, she's barely afloat. Please God, there are souls we can save. And carry them home, home, home from the sea. Angels of mercy, answer our plea, and carry us home, home, home from the sea. Carry us safely home from the sea. Back in the town, in a street that runs down to the sea and the harbour wall, they had gathered in pairs at the foot of the stairs to wait for the radio call. Just before dawn, when all hope was gone, came a hush and a faraway sound. 'Twas the coxswain, he roared, all survivors on board, thank God, and we're homeward bound. Carry us home, home, home from the sea. Angels of mercy, answer our plea, and carry us home, home, home from the sea. Carry us safely home from the sea. Home, home, home from the sea. Angels of mercy, answer our plea, and carry us home, home, home from the sea. Carry us safely home from the sea. Thank you for asking, folks. Thank you, folks. I'll leave you with this one. We won't do the God's County on Me because we might be trying it out a bit. But on the 5th of May was the anniversary of the death of Bobby Sands, who was a leader really of the hunger strikers back in 1981. So he's 39 years gone. Would that be right? 39 years gone, yeah, since the 5th of May. And if you look it up yourselves, folks, it was a sad state of affairs back then. And he was one of the brave young men that lost his life on hunger strike. You could almost say unnecessarily. But some people don't realise that Bobby Sands was a fantastic songwriter. And again, Christy Moore, happy birthday, Christy, 75, a couple of days ago. He brought this song to our ears along with another few of Bobby's songs as well. But this one is, some people ask me, do I know the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald by Gordon Lightfoot? I never learned it, must learn it. But you'll recognise the melody, sounds very like it, the verses of this song, Back Home in Derry. And it's about a shipload of rebels who left Ireland. They were transported from Ireland to Van Diemen's Land back in the early 1800s. And well, the song is written by Bobby Sands about that, and it's called Back Home in Derry. That's where they came from, the city of Derry. And I'll leave you in love with this one, folks. And before I do, a big thank you to all of you for tuning in again. Hope you're enjoying it. And also a big shout out to Kathleen, behind the scenes there, keeping things running nice and smoothly, hopefully. And unfortunately, it seems like we're going to see you next week again. We're going to be locked down for another bit. And at least it gives me an opportunity to strut my stuff and keep my voice in reasonable fettle and forget the words and stuff like that. Age can be blamed for some of that, I think. And again, a big thank you to the frontline workers for keeping us all safe and doing the best they can in these unprecedented, uncertain times. And happy Mother's Day to all you American mothers, mothers everywhere. Anyway, this is called Back Home in Derry, and I'll see you next week. And thanks again for your continuous support. And I forgot to mention, I'm not a full-time musician. Luckily enough, I've got a day job, which happens to be down to 3 days a week. But a lot of musicians are depending on it for their livelihood. And there's been a few requests privately for me to put a tip jar in action, but I've reneged from doing so far. And but if there's other musicians playing music streams and they're full-time musicians, it's a different kettle of fish because it's their only income. Anyway, this is called Back Home in Derry, and safe week for you folks, and keep well. Thanks for listening in. In 1803 we sailed out to sea, out from the sweet town of Derry. For Australia bound, if we didn't alter round, the marks of our feathers we carry. In rusty iron chains we sighed for our wains, the good women we left in sorrow. As the mainsails unfurled, the curses we hurled on the English and thoughts of tomorrow. From bow to the foil, bid farewell to the soil, as down below our decks we were lying. But Doherty screamed, woken out of a dream, of a vision of bold Robert dying. The sun that burned cruel as we dished out the brew, Dan O'Connor was down with a fever. 60 rebels today bound for Botany Bay, how many will reach their receiver? Oh, I wish I was back home in Derry. Oh, I wish I was back home in Derry. We cursed them to hell as our bow fought to swell, our ship danced like a moth in the firelight. White horses rode high as the devil passed by, taking souls to Hades by twilight. 5 weeks out to sea, we were now 43. Our comrades we buried each morning. In our own slime we were lost in a time, endless nights without dawning. Land is a hell for a man to end out his whole life in slavery, where the climate is raw and the gun makes the law, neither wind nor rain cares for bravery. 20 years have gone by and I've ended my bond, my comrade's ghost walked behind me. A rebel I came, I'm still the same, on the cold winds of night you will find me. Oh, I wish I was back home in Derry. Oh, I wish I was back home in Derry. Oh, I wish I was back home in Derry. Thanks, folks, very much, and a big shout out to all the folks down in Timoleague, Charlie Maddens. I forget to mention he and should, because he's very supportive down there. And Noel Drake is the ringleader, and big shout out to Sheila, Simon, Oisin, Breda, Jerry, all the folks down there, Cleena, and all the folks in Timoleague, Michael Heaney, Pam McCarthy. What will I do? God's counting on me, Kathleen? I want it to say down. You can hang up if you want to, folks. At this stage, you must be sick of me, but I promised myself we're going to do this song every night. So, and send this out to Virginia Tiger from California, and we did myself and my Facebook friend. We've yet to meet Rick Pelleri from Vermont, who was a personal friend of Pete Seeger's. We did a live streaming thing last Sunday to commemorate Pete's 101st birthday, and thank you, Rick, for including me in that, and RJ, and all the different participants. Let's go for it. When you look and you see things are not what they should be, God's counting on me, God's counting on you. When we look and we see things are not what they should be, God's counting on me, God's counting on you. All together. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. It's time to turn things around, trickle up, not trickle down. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. It's time to turn things around, trickle up, not trickle down. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. Big shout out for Conrad as well. When there's big problems to be solved, let's get everyone involved. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. When there's big problems to be solved, let's get everyone involved. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. Now don't give up, don't give in, working together we all can win. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Now don't give up, don't give in, working together we all can win. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. What we do now, you and me, will affect eternity. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. What we do now, you and me, will affect eternity. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. And when we sing with younger folks, we can never give up hope. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. When we sing with younger folks, we can never give up hope. God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. One last time. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. folks, dedicate this evening's streaming to Kitty Murphy, rest in peace, crossed away from us, and also to Richard White in Richmond, Virginia. And remember them and their families in our prayers and thoughts. Good evening, folks. Thank you for listening. Thank you, Kathleen.